Today we're going to show you how to, move around and some basics about Excel and how to create a little data table like so with some different color and font formatting and background and some different borders. Just as a little intro, these are some very common basic things that you'll do on a day to day. Okay, so let's talk about how to move around an Excel sheet. You can use your arrow keys left, right, up, down, however you want to use those, or you will go down, tab will go left, will go right. If you want to go left, you can hit shift tab. If you want to go down, if you want to go up, you can go shift enter. So those are a couple ways to move around. You can also just move your cursor around and click on each cell that you're looking for. So if you're looking for cell D4, here's D4, here's B2. So if we wanted to enter some data, we'll just call it data for ease here. We will create a column with name. We will go with age, and we will go with gender, just as a basic table here. And if we wanted to, we'll put in some names here. We'll go with John. He's, let's make him 15, male. Let's go with Sarah. She is 17, female. We'll go with James, who's 12, male. And we will go with Jill, who is, let's make her 16, and also a female. And since we're working on a table, let's go ahead. This is a very basic. You can make some changes here. So let's go ahead and make this. We're going to center and merge just so it gets these here in the middle. Then what we can do is we can highlight it. Let's go with like this goldish color. With the names, you can and since we have data, we have names. Now you can do like let's make this a little different. So what we'll do is we'll hit the merge and center button twice, and what it'll do is it'll merge ABC columns and rows 1 and 2 together in totality. Right now it has the word data just in the center here. So what you can do, and it's on the center on the lower align, so you can select up here, which is middle align. So it's going to be centered in your bigger box here. You can also take and change right now the data is kind of small. It's about a font 11. You can change it to, let's say, font 20, and it's still going to be centered and, well, it's going to be centered in both, right? Both alignments, both center and middle. So let's go ahead and you can change like the color of the name here. So for the font, let's make this blue. We'll make both of these blue. So you can highlight just one, or you can highlight all three, or whatever, however many that you're going to have here. But we have 3 in this case. And you could do that. And what it's going to do is it's going to make it blue. Let's actually make it red just so it stands out a little bit more for what we're doing here. And what you'll see here is we could also, let's say we want to center this. You can take and center this. You can left align, center align, right align, top, middle, or bottom align. It won't do very much whenever you only have one cell size. So, but let's show you here if you were to do, changes it throughout by using the different alignment box up here. The other thing that can kind of happen is you can have like a phrase. So you could say like this last. So for like I was saying here, let's say that you have a phrase or a sentence. So like let's say we'll pose the question: has graduated from high school. So as you see here, you can't read it all. So you can do a couple things. You can stretch this D column out, which works fine, but you see how far it has to go. You can also double click on the edge of between the D and C and it'll auto size it, which works fine. Or you could do wrap text. So what wrap text will do is it'll take the size of the box that you have, so it'll make it smaller, and it'll try to fit that sentence in there. So sometimes you still have to adjust it out so that it fits. So that's how you create a very basic table in Excel. You could also, let's say you want it to, because I added this extra column here, you could also just do this merge and center again, and it's going to center it there. You can make this larger or smaller. You have your font box here, so you can bold, underline, italicize. There's different versions. You could change what font you have, the font size. You could also click the little font size increase button, change the color of the highlight, change the color of your fonts, and those are the basic ones there. The other thing they have is borders, so you can put a border. I'm a big fan of putting borders around your data here. You could also do the interior borders, so highlight everything where you want to put a border, come up here, and you can say all borders. I like to do all borders inside be thin, all outside borders be thick. It just makes it a little easier to see. But that's how you create a basic table with some basic formatting. So just a recap of what we've done today for a basic intro is we've learned about columns and rows, basic data entry, and how to, change the font, change the font color, set some borders, set some background colors, as well as some basic alignments using both the wrap text and the merge and center. There are other functions there as well, but those are, we've shown kind of all of them as a basics, but you can do some other things there too. So this is just a basic intro.